Alright, what is going on, everybody? What's up, and welcome to a fun Saturday full of new gameplay streaming. Yes, I'm excited. I'm very excited for today in particular, this stream we're about to do. Because this is a game that I played during a Halloween marathon, and it ended up being my favorite game of not only the whole event, but it was so fun. I was like, damn, I cannot wait to play this again. That's right. Today is my first ever major stream of Luigi's Mansion 3. And so I welcome all of you to this stream. Today is Saturday, November 2nd, 2019. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Hopefully you guys are having a good weekend and you're ready for some streaming fun today. Okay? So, yes, that is right. Everything is good. Everything is going well. Had a really good start to the month yesterday, I feel, with the Outer Worlds. And now, we're going to continue that momentum with a really awesome game in Luigi's Mansion 3. Played this on Halloween, and it was super chill and fun, looking around for all the hidden money, the hidden compartments where you can find gems, sucking up the ghosts and slamming them around and doing combos, and so far it's been like super duper fun. I mean, let's face it, every single Nintendo first-party game ends up being pretty much super high production value and fun. The graphics of this game are quite good on the Switch, so hopefully you guys will enjoy the stream. I think so. If it's anything like, on Halloween, you guys really liked it, and I really liked the game, so it should be a really fun, positive stream, okay? Looking forward to 4+ hours of progress in the game. I don't actually know how big or how long the game is. I guess we're going to find out once we get into it here today, okay? Refreshing. Having a black cherry flavored Mio water this morning. Okay, so that's today's main gameplay stream. Later tonight, folks, finally, I can guarantee the conclusion of Dragon Quest Builders 2. Yes, finally, I can say this is it for the game. We can wrap it up and finish it and not have to worry about bullshit. Tonight is the big night. Finally, it's over. Thank God. And again, not to say the game's bad, it's not. In fact, I wouldn't have played the game as long as I did if I hated it, but my God, the game has overstayed its welcome. The game needs to end. So I'm very happy that it will be ending tonight. Okay? Now, the thing is that there's only about, from what I'm to understand, about 45 minutes left in the game. And as you know, my late night streams are typically 2 hours long. So if that is the case, what we'll do is after I finish Dragon Quest Builders 2, we'll swap over and do some multiplayer in Plants vs. Zombies, which I haven't played in about a week now. And I was actually getting into it and enjoying it because I was picking some of the classes that I hadn't ever picked before last time that I had played it, and I was having fun with it. But then, of course, tons more new releases came out. We got caught up with those. I haven't had a chance to get back to it. So maybe we'll do about an hour or so of Plants vs. Zombies tonight, just for some variety, okay? So that's tonight's late stream. Tomorrow, we return back to the Outer Worlds for another 4+ hour gameplay stream. If you didn't see the stream yesterday, I'm on the planet Monarch, and it's a ton of fun. We went through there and found a ton of side missions, a ton of stuff. The combat has picked up significantly because now we're facing tougher enemies and lots more of them. So I started using my team-up companion abilities and co-op things and stuff, and it ended up being really fun yesterday. So I'm looking forward to more Outer Worlds tomorrow. Sunday night will be more WWE 2K20. That is right. The My Career mode continues. I believe now we're in either Chapter 12 or Chapter 13 of 18 in WWE. And I hope that you will join me for that. The hilarity continues. The insanely bad writing. Again, the game that's so bad it's good. The game that is literally so bad, the writing is so cringeworthy and terrible, it's incredibly fun to play and watch because you're like, what could they possibly do next? And then they top that with something else ridiculous. So that's coming up Sunday night. Monday, more Luigi's Mansion 3 as a main gameplay stream. And then Monday night is completely up in the air. Here's why. If you saw the Modern Warfare stream last night, you know exactly what I'm talking about here. This is a bad situation, essentially, that I'm in with Modern Warfare. So, the thing is, I was wondering this weekend when I played Modern Warfare again, basically, I'm doing better, and the game is fun. Like, for the first hour that I played last night, I was doing good. I was getting kill streaks. I was at the top of the leaderboards, the matches that I was playing. Sadly, Infinity Ward fucked the game up and made a glitch in the game where anyone could just try to join your party while you're matchmaking. Even if you have it set to a closed or private party, anyone can still try to join it. And when they do this, it causes the matchmaking to glitch. And if they just could repeatedly try to join and unjoin, you can't even get into a match. So it's not even a matter of, oh, people are trolling Phil in a match. I can't even get a match. All right. So this is essentially a huge problem because I spent $60 on this fucking game, and this was a game that I was supposed to be playing all year long. You know, they're adding other elements to it. Supposedly, all the DLCs will be free, and there's going to be a battle royal eventually. So now you're telling me, because of a glitch in the matchmaking that there's probably never going to fix, there's no way for me to play this game. I'm pretty pissed. Okay? And, you know, it would be one thing if you guys would be like, oh, well, you're stuck at the game, and that's one reason to criticize Phil, or, oh, you know, you don't know how to put up with trolls. No, in this case, there's no way to solve the problem. It's not a matter of me having no patience and getting angry at trolls. I can't play the game. I bought the game, and I'm being ripped off because I can't play it online. Okay? Now, there's one thing that I can... Well, there's two things. First of all, someone gave me a good suggestion. I'm going to try it, all right? So on Monday night, we're going to try to do this. I'm going to see if the suggestion that someone gave me works. I'm not going to even reveal what the hell it is because I don't want anyone to get wind of what I'm trying to do or whatever. But I think I may have found a way to make it so that these asshole trolls can't see me. And therefore, if they can't see me, you can't send a message, say, for example, to join the match or whatever, or join the party. So I think I'm going to try that. If that doesn't work, which I'm going to be honest, I'm not super positive that it's going to, the only other way that I could ever play Modern Warfare would be to have to always be playing with a full party of people who I trust. So I'd have to start asking you guys, the viewers, who wants to team up with me, and we're going to have to make private parties and go in that way, because that way at least the party's full. Now no one can join the party and fuck up the matchmaking. You see what I mean? But you guys know that's not what I like to do at all. I like to just do random matches where I join and just play with randoms, and I think it's fun that way because you have this randomness element. I've never did a dedicated team setup where I team up with people and play online like that, and I don't want to have to do that, quite frankly. Like, I don't want to be, every time that I'm going to play this game, now I have to rely on people who are going to be around to play with me, and if they're not, now I'm fucked and I can't play the game. The game wasn't designed like that. It's just a humongous oversight by Infinity Ward. Quite frankly, I'm baffled that a supposed AAA gaming studio has no fucking clue that this is a problem. I'm baffled. But it is what it is, okay? So we're going to see. I'm going to attempt to play this one more time on Monday night. If I can't get around the problem, this game's done for me. And it sucks because, like I said, last night I was actually doing well. I was playing and I was at the top of the leaderboards, the matches that had good connections. And, you know, the connections were better in general than they were last week. And I was actually having fun with the game and starting to, you know, get it a little bit more. And then I can't play matches anymore. Okay? So I guess we'll see what happens. All right, let's hope for the best. Let's hope that I can play it again on Monday night. Okay? Tuesday coming up is my day off for the week, so no streaming on Tuesday. My usual day where I do all my IRL stuff crammed into one day, including appointments and errands and the like. I'll be back on Wednesday with a brand new release, Mario and Sonic at the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games. I'm super excited for this because, number one, I've played these games twice before in the past, and both times I did, they were comedy gold. Number two, because it's the first time ever the game has multiplayer. Why on earth they never had online multiplayer until this year, I have no idea, but finally it's enabled on the Switch version here, and I'm going to be very excited to just jumping in against the randoms and all the events, maybe doing some of the dream events. Apparently the game also has a campaign, but I'm more interested in just doing the multiplayer, just to be honest with you, but we'll see what happens, okay? So, so that's going to be starting on Wednesday, okay? Wednesday night, I'll probably pair Mario and Sonic with either Luigi's Mansion or more Outer Worlds. In fact, I'm probably thinking Outer Worlds, okay? And then probably Thursday, same thing, more Mario and Sonic, probably paired with Luigi's Mansion. And then on Friday, it's the big premiere Death Stranding. We finally get to see what the game is all about. Although the reviews are incredibly mixed, and it seems like a lot of people just completely destroyed the game in a review and then gave the game a 9 out of 10. Figured that one out. The main gameplay elements are quite boring and tedious, and it's pretty much a bunch of fetch quests. Oh, but ultimately the idea that Kojima's going for is great. 9 out of 10. Like, what? What a reputable reviewer. But anyway, we'll see what happens, okay? That's coming up this Friday. And then, of course, what it'll be a balance between Death Stranding, Luigi's Mansion, WWE, and The Outer Worlds for another week. A week after Death Stranding, we got the release of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, as well as the Pokemon. So we'll have a week to focus in on those games and see how far we can get. Being that Death Stranding is being reported to be between 30 to 60 hours long, there's no way I'm beating that this week. I have no idea how long The Outer Worlds is. I have no idea how long Luigi's Mansion is. So we'll have to see how far we can get in all these games. A good balance between all of them all week long. Okay? Sound good? All right. That's the week. Pretty good variety of stuff coming up. I'm excited. All new release content as well, which is also good. You know, we're finishing up with Dragon Quest and all of that to get to new releases, which is really good. So I'm stoked. I hope you guys are stoked as well. Okay? One more thing before we move on to the next segment of the pre-stream. There will be a monthly subscriber goal this month. As you can see, I still have not set it up. And you might say, well, why haven't you set it up yet? Well, it's because I just want to be sure we're not going to see a giant, sharp plummeting of subs this month before I set up a sub goal. Just so you know, what is the sub goal going to be this month? If we hit a certain amount of subs, I'm going to be belching as loud and disgustingly as I can into the mic for a marathon, for about 12 hours of belches. And so everyone's going to be, like, completely grossed out. No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm kidding. I do that every day anyway. Why would that be a special event, right? No. It's going to be a holiday event. All right? It's going to be right before Christmas. I'm looking at Christmas right now. This year, Christmas is on a Wednesday. And so I'm kind of thinking either that Monday or Tuesday, one of those days, I'm not sure which, it's going to be my holiday marathon. I'll be playing video games all day long, marathoning it. I'll be dressed up in holiday attire, and I'll be drinking probably some beer and some eggnog, having some festive stuff going on. You guys will be able to nominate and vote on the games that I'll be playing during this holiday event. It's totally up to you guys to determine what games I'm going to play during this special. All right? It could be holiday-themed games. If you could think of some great holiday-themed games, I'd love to play them. If you think, okay, I can't find any holiday, but maybe I want to see Phil play some Street Fighter that day, right? Some classic Street Fighter. That would be pretty fun to be some Super Turbo or Street Fighter Alpha 3 or Third Strike. Maybe you want to see me do some Mario and Sonic, you know? So based on the games that I'm going to be playing the next month, maybe there's certain games you'll like to see me play more on Christmas than something else, right? So you'll be able to nominate and vote on the games to see me play during this event. All right? Pretty neat. And I think it's going to be fun. I do this every year. I think it should be pretty good. All right? So, yeah. I think it's going to be great. I think you guys will be excited for this. I think this would motivate people to sub. Because obviously, if you subscribe, you're going to make this holiday event happen. All right? But I'm not setting up the goal yet. Because I am afraid that if I set up the goal like today, I could say, all right, if we hit 650 subs this month, we're doing the holiday event. And then all of a sudden, what happens if I plummet by 25 subs today? And now it makes it completely unreasonable to hit. You see what I mean? So I'm going to wait for the weekend to pass. And what I think I'm going to do, today's the 2nd, so 3rd, 4th. So probably either Monday or Wednesday of this week, because Tuesday's my day off. I'm going to set up the sub goal based on how many subs we have at that point, and we'll go for it, okay? So it's coming up, just FYI. And we'll see. You know, oh, Vincent made a suggestion. How about the Lion King? You're right. That would be cool. Maybe see me play some of these remastered games that I have not had a chance to play recently because I've been doing all new releases. Maybe one of those games could make it on for the Christmas event, right? That could be neat. I agree with that. That'd be pretty cool, I think. So, very nice, and that's coming up in the next few days. Okay? All right, let's move on to the second segment of the pre-stream, everyone. This is the Gratuitous Plug segment, so please bear with me. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a full-time streamer. I am here full-time, 6 days a week, doing double gameplay streams covering not only all the hot new releases that I'm interested in, but also covering lots of retro releases and the like. I love doing what I do for a living. I love the interactivity that we have. I also like the fact that I have a following still on YouTube, and that's why I still upload videos over to YouTube, despite the fact that I make almost nothing on it, okay? But that being said, because I'm a full-time streamer, I rely almost entirely on your crowdfunding efforts in order to keep this stuff going. And that means paying the bills, affording games, cost of everything is all paid by you guys via your crowdfunding during streams. Okay, it's not like the old days where I used to be a full-time YouTuber and I could make ad revenue on videos and that was like, way more than enough to pay for everything. Those days are long gone. Okay, so please understand this. And if you like my gameplay streams and if you like everything that I do and you want to see it all continue and you want to help it to continue, please consider contributing in one of the following methods that I'm about to outline on the stream. First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone who pledged to my Patreon in October. Those pledges have cleared. I've messaged you all this morning in regards to how you can receive your perks. And in fact, this month is very important for you guys because Ask the King is this month. That's right. Coming up it's Thanksgiving in the United States. And I believe Thanksgiving... Oh, man, hold on. Actually, let me look up when it is because I'm not sure. It's the 28th. Okay. So Thanksgiving is very close to the end of the month this year. It's always the last Thursday of the month, and this month it's way the tail end of the month, okay? On Thanksgiving Day, I'll be doing a special edition of Ask the King. This is my bi-monthly Q&A show, okay? And in this edition, not only will I be answering, questions from those who post up on the forums and on Twitter, but I'll also be taking questions from the patrons. So if you pledge in October and you qualified for that perk level, you're going to want to post up your questions as soon as possible. And FYI, I sent you information on patreon.com about how to do that this morning, okay? So, Ask the King coming up on Thanksgiving Day, the 28th of this month. And if you're a patron, please check your inboxes. Thank you for your support. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can check it out at patreon.com/darksidephil. This is my monthly Patreon campaign. If you pledge to it, you earn personal perks as a way of saying thank you. And so please give it a look, okay? Also, you can check out my Teespring store where I sell all kinds of fun merchandise. In particular, this time of year, you probably want to look at maybe a sweatshirt or, a hoodie or something like that, okay? But if you're here live on the streams and you want to contribute during the live stream so you can get a live shout-out and a thank you for your contribution, you absolutely can, all right? If you either cheer with bits or you subscribe to the channel or you tip me during today's live stream, I will give you a live shout-out thank you. In addition, as you can see at the top of the screen, we have a leaderboard that it says top cheerer, top tipper. I will update that periodically so that the person who is the top contributor will get credit. And in addition to all of that, Twitch now has a dual plugged-in leaderboard that's connected to the stream chat. It tracks not only the top 10 cheerers of the week, but it also tracks the top gift subbers. So if you're someone who gifts subs to people, you're going to be up there as well. It's going to track that, okay? So many ways for you to get recognition here on the stream. Before we get to the nitty-gritty of it, I just want to say something up front. Even though I greatly appreciate all contributions on streams and I rely on these contributions to keep stuff going, I want you guys to understand something. Contributions are not mandatory. I'm happy to just have you guys come by and hang out with me on a daily basis and have fun. Just chill and relax and have a good time. Watching me play games, seeing my honest reactions to said games. That's what it's all about. I don't want you to feel pressured at any point that you absolutely have to contribute. You don't, all right? But for those who do contribute, you guys are so amazingly awesome. You're the reason why I'm still here and still able to do this through all the hardships that I've been going through. You guys just saved my butt in October, quite frankly, and put me back to a position where at least I'm, okay for the near future. So thank you for that. Thank you for all the contributions and thank you for all the support. Okay? So thank you very, 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 very much. Okay? Now, continuing on. Let's get to the nitty-gritty of it. What's the best way to support me? Because I just mentioned a million things. I said Patreon and Teespring and cheering and subbing and tipping. The best way to support is by tipping me. The reason being, tips I get right away. And coming up in the next few weeks, there's a large amount of games that I need to buy. I'm talking just mandatorily. There's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. I apologize because I think it's 5, but it may be 6 games in the next few weeks that I need to buy. Obviously, that's a lot of money. In addition to my normal things like bills and stuff that I need to pay. Okay? So if you tip me, those funds, are obviously going to help to defray that cost and allow me to afford all those games and not have to worry about, oh, no, I can't afford a game for a new release today. But in addition, tips I get right away. So tips I can use immediately to pay a bill or do whatever I need to do while, if you cheer, if you sub, or if you buy something from Teespring, etc. Those things all help, but those things take a while to process. All right? They still help long term, and they are very appreciated. I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth if that's how you're going to contribute. Thank you. But the tips are the way they give me basically the instant benefit. Okay? So please consider tipping if you can. There's 2 ways that you can tip. Below the stream, there's a tips jar that you can click on. It's a button. Or you can type !tip into the stream chat. If you do either of those things, it will take you to my PayPal tips page. A couple quick things about tipping via PayPal. The first is that I strongly recommend you don't use your real identity. Sadly, there are some real asshats out there who they want to hunt down people who contribute to streamers and give them a hard time. So the less information you put out on the internet, the better, right? I recommend you just make up a name, or you can just say anonymous if you're going to tip me, okay? If you want to use your real name, you absolutely can. You're taking a chance, but I recommend doing it anonymously. In addition, you don't need to have a PayPal account to tip me. You can use a debit or credit card, much like any other thing you do on the internet these days. However, you may find that it's a little bit more difficult to do it that way. What I found is that when you go to the PayPal tips page, sometimes those options don't load properly, especially if you're on a mobile version of the site. Sometimes they don't show up at all. So if that's the case, you want to tip me, but you don't have a PayPal account or you don't want to create one, please check out the PayPal page on a desktop computer, and those options should show up. Okay? Fair enough? So thank you very much in advance. Anyone who tips me, I appreciate it. It really helps me out more than anything else, so please consider it today. Fair enough? All right, now we move on to the rules. I know these are all the most exciting parts of the stream. You guys every day get so excited for the rules. So what are the rules? There are no rules. It's no holds barred. No, there have to be rules. Any time there's a place of business, there has to be some rules involved, all right? So first of all, I am streaming on twitch.tv. That means I have to abide by all the rules and regulations in terms of service of said site, and I do. Okay, so please understand that. I can't just say and do whatever I want. But in addition to that, I have my own code of rules that I follow, so that way we can maintain a certain chill vibe to my streams. Allow me to explain. I understand that you guys probably have a lot of stresses in your real lives, right? You probably got drama and toxicity and all kinds of crap going on in your real life. And when you come to my stream, you want to escape all that stuff, right? You're trying to escape the nonsense of real life and come and have a good, positive time. Maybe watch me have honest reactions to a game that I'm playing, whether it's a new release or not. You maybe want to have some interactivity with me, some interactions with myself or people in the stream chat, right? That's what it's all about, having a chill, fun time. The last thing you want is to come to a gameplay stream and have it be full of drama and full of toxicity and insults and hate and blah, blah, blah. You don't want that. That's annoying shit, right? So that being said, I get that. That's why I have a certain set of rules that I follow on my stream, all right? The first rule is very simple. We try not to bring up controversial topics that make people pissed off. And in particular, there's 2 topics that I've always found have been the hotbeds, either politics or religion, all right? Those are topics that, first of all, I don't know why you would be coming to a gameplay stream to see or hear about. I just don't get that. Why are you coming to a random gameplay stream to hear about politics or religion? I don't know, okay? But I get it. A lot of people don't agree on these topics, and when they don't, they tend to be very angry with each other. They tend to be very nasty with each other. They tend to be pretty pissy, and, I understand. So that's why I don't bring them up. Now, in particular, if I'm playing a game where those topics do come into play, I just recently been playing the Outer Worlds. And then I'm also playing Dragon Quest Builders 2. Outer Worlds has to do with politics and religion, and actually Dragon Quest Builders 2 has a lot to do with organized religion, okay? So that being said, I understand sometimes these topics will come up, in particular in regards to a game. If that's the case, that's fine. I'm not going to say, no, we're still not talking about it, right? But in general, I don't want to come in here and, today we're talking about Brexit and Trump and all this shit. No, fuck that. We're not doing it, It's too much. It's too much drama. We have enough in real life. We don't need to talk about it on my streams, all right? Now, in addition to that, I'm well aware that all over the internet on a daily basis, there are people who are looking to drag me down, to defame me, to steal my content, to illegally restream my content. Yes, it is completely 100% illegal to do so. And to basically make a living riding my coattails And, you know, if I didn't exist, these people would have zero popularity, zero attention on themselves. But they do this in order to make a living on the behalf of others. They have no real fucking talent for themselves, so that's why they do this kind of shit, okay? That being said, there's nothing I can do about it. You know, I could sit here and be angry all day, and it's not going to make these people go away, nor is it going to stop the behavior, because they're rewarded for said behavior because YouTube allows it, and also because there's a bunch of fucking idiots on the planet who think that this is something funny and entertaining, when in reality it's toxic and very disgusting. But these people aren't normal. They're not like you and me, okay? So, that being said, I don't bring it up. It's part of the rules that we don't address these things after this pre-stream when I very briefly gloss over it in general like this. We don't bring it up anymore. There's no point in bringing it up. It's against the rules. So if you bring up any of that stuff, that's a ban. And I'm sorry, but we just have to enforce that, because people will come in here and try to completely derail the stream and make it about drama and shit. And I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to say, sorry, it's against the rules, goodbye, and that's the end of that. We're here to have a fun, positive time, have a chill time. If we're constantly just focusing on the people who are trying to fucking bring me down, we're never going to have a positive and good time. Instead, we're just going to waste our time on bullshit. And the bottom line is, this is exactly what they want. They want me to spend time mentioning them and wasting time on them, because that gives them more notoriety in there. Oh my God, Phil actually mentioned me on a stream. Oh, now I'm very special for today. You know, it gives them their jollies, and it brings more people attention, and I'm not going to do that. So that's why it's against the rules. Okay, guys? All right. So that's that. Those are the rules. Now let's move on to the third and final segment of the stream, known as the gratuitous, I almost said the gratuitous plugs again, known as the shoutouts. This is where I give credit to those who have contributed, and we have a little bit of discussion and interactivity, okay? However, I feel like I'm about to sneeze, so give me a second. I'll be right back to blow my nose, and then I'll blow my nose, and then I'll be right back. Blah. Okay, everybody. I'm back. Thanks for being patient. Okay, so now let's give shout-outs to those who have contributed during today's live stream, shall we? Alrighty. So, we start off with the actual cheer that I got overnight, and this one's from Gerard Crow, and apparently he watched me play Modern Warfare last night. I was pretty disappointed in how it went because of the trolls. He says the following: I get you shouldn't have to, but playing with fans may be a viable solution to the problems with Modern Warfare. Plus, it would show that you want to have fun with your viewers. It's probably your best choice. I mean, if it's a choice between never playing the game again and playing with a dedicated group of people who want to play with me and actually try to do well in the game, I guess it makes more sense to choose the latter than the former, considering I spent $60 on this game and was planning on doing coverage of it all year long. You know, every time there was going to be new DLC content, I was going to do it. If they ever released a Battle Royale mode, or Royale mode, I was going to do it. And it's kind of shitty that it's almost to the point where I can't play it anymore, right? So we'll see. Like I said, I actually did get a good suggestion last night from someone. I'm going to try that out on Monday. And if the suggestion works, great. Then I'm excited and it's good news. If the suggestion doesn't work, well, there's not much I can do about it. Then I guess we're just going to have to try to make the party with viewers or whatever, okay? All right. Now, we get to people who contributed during today's live stream, and we start off with Lego Mario, who tipped me $1 So first tip of the day, Lego Mario, thank you very much for the $1 tip. I appreciate that. He says the following. I went to see Elton John's farewell tour last night in my hometown of Atlanta. It was a sold-out show, and it lasted 3 hours long. He sang all of his major hits. It sounded great despite coming down with the flu a week ago. Glitter and confetti pouring everywhere. Yeah, much like Elton John, that's always been his thing. I'm glad to hear that it went well, because last week he had to cancel a show or two because he was like really sick apparently. And it's good to hear that he came back from that, because this is his farewell tour. Like, this is it. He knows he's too old to do this anymore. And he wants to say goodbye to his fans in every way that he possibly can. And it's really awesome he's doing this tour. So, glad to hear you saw him, and I'm glad to hear that he sounded good. Great musician. I'd say one of the all-time greats. Very nice. Mega Man NT 125. Alright, did a 100-bit cheer. He said, man, I missed the Halloween stream, but I watched it on YouTube. Wanted to give you some background. King Boo was the main antagonist of the past two Luigi's Mansion games, but Luigi captured him. Polterpup debuted in Luigi's Mansion 2 as a troublemaker, but Luigi adopts him at the end of the game. So there you go. We got some background. I figured King Boo was the main villain of the last two games, but I didn't play the first one, and the second one I only played like an hour of. So, I didn't really have too much background. The way that they presented him, I figured he was a previous antagonist. As for the dog, I don't even know if I ran into him in Luigi's Mansion 2 in the little bit that I played it. So, alright, thank you for that. Let's get you up on the leaderboard. Top cheer of the day, and first cheer of the day, by the way. So, thank you for that. Mega Man NT 125 with a 100-bit cheer. Thank you very much, sir. Or madam, who knows. Lyrius AK subscribed to the channel for 15 months. Thank you very much, Lyrius, for the subscription. I appreciate that. Then we got a tip from the Green Giant. And he says, I remember in Days Gone when the bear jumped over the car and you were laughing your ass off. That's one of the funniest moments from your content. From this year, absolutely. That was a glitch. If you guys remember, there was a mutant bear or infected bear, whatever you call it, zombie bear. And I jumped up on the car and tried to fight it from the top, and the bear, did a flying leap. He, jumped and, he launched himself into the sky due to glitchy physics. That was pretty damn funny. I remember that. Days Gone, a game that was, sadly I get the feeling that a lot of the games earlier this year people are completely going to forget ever existed. What I mean by that is this year, there were a lot of very lackluster games, or games that had potential to be great, but because of certain elements ended up not being so great. And I think Days Gone may be one of those games where, the first 10 hours was really slow and bad and boring. But then the game picked up after that and got really good. But I don't think that many people toughed it out. A lot of people just kind of gave up after the first 10 or so hours. And, the game ended up being very divisive in that way. Because people were saying, the game's no good. But wait, but if you played past those first few hours, the game actually is good. So, it is what it is. Thank you, Green Giant, for the $1 tip. There we go. Fatal Skills tipped me $1 and says, it would be hilarious to see you wear a white robe and a stocking cap while drinking eggnog for your holiday stream. So I don't have a white robe. It's gray, but I think a lot of people misremember what it looks like. He's referencing the Christmas special I did a really long time ago. Okay? We're talking almost 10 years ago. I did a Christmas special, and I was in a robe with my robe open, showing my chest, my hairy chest, and I was drinking in the video, and I was like, oh, it's time for Christmas and all. So I think he's joking about that. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens on for this Christmas event, okay? We'll see. So thank you for the tip. Jason Joy tipped me $1. He says, say what you want about the trolls. You kind of have to admit the determination over the last 5 years to bring you down. Because he says their efforts would actually go a long way putting towards something else positive, just an outsider's opinion. I mean, I've said that forever. I've said, I can't believe the length and efforts that people go to try to fuck with me and just ruin everything about my life. And see, the thing is, you guys only see a certain amount of it. You guys see the stuff that affects me on a stream. There's actually tons of stuff that these people try to do to me in real life as well that is just as annoying, if not worse. I don't bring that stuff up Reason being, if you do again, you're just giving attention to the troll who was looking for the attention, and therefore, why give it that attention? It's just going to make them want to do it even more, right? So, but the thing is, there's people who try to fuck with me on a daily basis in multiple ways. And you're right. You say, see, here's the thing, Jason Joy. You say 5 years. No. I've been doing this for 11 years. And I would say the actual hardcore trolling started around, I want to say 2013, but probably you're right. Probably around 2014 is when it got really bad to the point where people just constantly wanted to fuck with me in any way, shape, or form. But you got to remember, things like This Is How You Don't Play and everything started as early as 2012. So, you know, I'm just some guy on the internet that wants to play video games, and I got to put up with this stupid shit every single fucking day of my life for 7+ years, you know. Pretty annoying. You're right. And can you imagine if these people who wasted all their time on this shit, and by the way, didn't get anything out of it, because here I am still here, still doing what I love, still putting out content. I have nothing has happened. I'm still here, you know. In fact, if anything, now I love my job more than ever. And these idiots the whole time have been trying to fuck with me, and nothing's ever really, you know. Yes, it sucks that I can't get a few positive benefits that other streamers can get because of these idiots, but outside of that, I'm still here, man. And by the way, I should say, it is due to you guys, the positive fans and viewers, supporting me over the years, despite the fact that these idiots doing negative stuff to me. You're the reason why I'm still here, all right? Because you guys supported me through all that crap to get me through it. I almost feel like it's kind of the ultimate underdog mentality. Everyone knows I don't have any kind of mainstream support from anyone out there. I don't have sponsorship. And the fact that I'm still here after 11 years, still doing what I love because of your support, is a testament to the fact that you guys like what I do and you want to see me continue to persevere, right? So it's hilarious. You're right. So for some of these people, probably 5+ years of their time completely fucking wasted because I'm still here and there's nothing they can do about it. In fact, a lot of these people on the internet now, content creators and the like, have recognized me as kind of this, the everlasting guy. I've been here for 11 years. I've outlasted so many people, and I'm still here. They say I'm the rock that the waves crash against, right? There's nothing you can do to cancel Phil because Phil's been through every possible scenario, and I'm still fucking here. Right? So there you go. All right, let's continue. Crash Boy. Damn it. Hold on. Okay. Crash Boy, tip me $1, says, if and when you do get a job in the near future, what would you like to do in an ideal world? What would interest you? An office job? I already told you, in an ideal world, I would like to start my own business of a different sort and be a business owner of a completely different sort, like an offline business of some sort. That has nothing to do with video streaming or video games or anything like that. I would like to do my own thing, but I'm never going to be able to do that because I'll never be able to afford it. So in reality, I couldn't even tell you. I don't know what I would want to do. I'm just going to have to go out there and apply around and see what's available. And more than likely, I'm going to have to get, you know, just like part-time jobs until I can get something full-time. And who knows what the hell it's going to be. It might end up being retail. It might end up being, you know, it might end up being something, you know, that's totally nothing to do with anything I've done in the last 11 years. And there's nothing I can do about that, you know. But that's, you know, hopefully long-term, that's something that I'm going to have to do. Balance this with something offline, okay? 2-Bar King did 100-bit cheer. Thank you very much, 2-Bar King. Crash Boy tipped me another $1. He says, you know, you missed out on a huge opportunity on Halloween of playing Dead by Daylight. It was now Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Leatherface, Ghostface, the pig from Saw, and the monster from Stranger Things, maybe in the future. And the thing is, Crash Boy, like, I get that. I get the gimmick of that. Oh, you get to see all the monster killers from all the movies. But I've already played Dead by Daylight. Not once, but like 3 different times. You know, I played it when it first came out on PS4, and then I played, or not PS4, Xbox One. Then I played it again, and I played it again. Like, I played it 3 separate times. And the whole game, you know, mechanics don't change. I understand, okay, there's a new gimmick character in it or whatever, but it's not like the whole game changes. It's just, oh, okay, there's maybe a new character or a new map or whatever. So, I hear what you're saying. By the way, I like Dead by Daylight. But, number one, I do feel that it would have been played out and probably wouldn't have been too interesting. Number two, the Halloween event was created by the viewers, dude. I don't know if you realize this. It was the viewers who nominated games to be played in that event. You know, I didn't even know what the hell Blasphemous was. I had never heard of Visage. I didn't know what these games were. These were viewer-nominated games for me to play in the event, and so I rely on the viewers to do that, that step. And sometimes it's hit, and sometimes it's miss. And I hate to say it, I say about half the games in the marathon stunk. I did like Bloodstained, and obviously I like Luigi's Mansion 3 because here I am playing a full playthrough of it, right? But outside of that, the other games were pretty shitty and not very scary. So, it is what it is, I guess. D&D Man tipped me $1 and insulted me. Very nice insult. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you for the insult and the $1 to insult me. The thing is, I'm not going to read it because I'm not an idiot, but you are because you tipped me $1 to try to insult me in something I'm never going to read out publicly. So, you're a dumbass. Very nice. All right. Rashawn tipped me $5. Thank you very much, Rashawn. You're the top tipper of the day. Let's get you up on the leaderboard. And then he gives me some tips for Luigi's Mansion. So let's read those out in a second here. Here we go. Okay, so Rashawn says the following. I want to give you some tips on Luigi's Mansion. If you watch Luigi's head movements, he's showing you where there's an item. Oh, really? So his head will turn. If there's an item in the area, he'll face it. I see. He says if you hit down on the D-pad, you'll get a cool animation as well. Okay, we'll have to check that out today. Thank you, Rashawn, for the tips. I'll have to keep my eyes peeled. The Otaku fan tipped me $1. And he says, will you be playing Tales of Arise next year? I remember the last one that you played was Tales of Exilia back in 2015. You're the person that got me into the Tales of series back in 2014. Thanks. Wow. Well, that's interesting to hear because I've not played that many of them. Yeah, I definitely want to play Tales of Arise. Basically, it's a modern Tales game that has, like, insanely great graphics. And that's probably going to be, like, the big RPG next year. Outside of Final Fantasy VII Remake, which, of course, everyone on their brother is going to fucking play. I'll probably be doing Tales of Arise as one of my long ongoing RPG playthroughs of 2020. Okay, so good stuff. Okay, Poopy Butthole tipped me $1, and he just said, long live Emperor Hirohito. That's right, the emperor who was in charge of Japan during World War II. This guy is worshiping. Well, good for you. Good for you. You're a weirdo. Velma tipped me $1. Excuse me. It says, will you wear a turtleneck for the Christmas marathon? No, I will not. But thanks for the $1 tip regardless. I don't know what you're getting at. I don't know what the point of that was, but thank you for the $1 tip. And then I received a $2 troll tip. So I'm just going to go ahead and update this to say $17 in tips. Since I received a bunch of more, another troll tip, we'll add that into the total. Okay? All right. Now, what I'd like to do is give a shout out not only to the top cheerers of the week, all right, but also to the top sub gifters of the week. Fair enough? So, top cheerers of the week. Starting from 10th place. We've got, in 10th place, Shrimpy Pimply, who is tied with Tomahawk MCX. So they're actually technically tied for 9. Then in 8th place, we got Nath Vapes. In 7th place, Phillips Smelly Chair. In 6th place, DJ Runo1. In 5th place, Kondeka. Then we have a tie for 4th place, so technically it's a tie for 3rd, between M5NSX and Sambuca 2020. Thank you, guys. In 2nd place, we've got Golden Colts. And sitting there in 1st place with a ginormous 5,000-bit cheer last night during the Modern Warfare stream, Nihilistic Goldfish. So thank you all very much for your support. Now we move on to those who gifted subs. All right, so thank you to the following people who gifted subscriptions. We have Kondeka and Cody Carls, who each gifted 1 so far this week. We have Infinite55, who gifted 2 subs this week. We have Phillips Smelly Chair, who gifted 4 subs this week. And then, in 1st place, by far, Cliffy Bureau gifted 13 subscriptions out this week to people in the stream chat. Very nice. Thank you very much, guys, for your support. That is appreciated. I don't know if there's still a Terminator cheer mode for bonus bits combat. I have no idea. I don't know if that promotion ended now that the movie's out. I guess someone would have to try it. I haven't seen anyone do it this morning yet, so I can't tell you. Shout out to the Flat Man, who took me $1. And he says, it might be possible that Death Stranding will be the most confusing game more than Kingdom Hearts, laughing out loud. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe once you actually start playing it, it makes more sense. because it seems to me like just even watching the trailers and even listening to Kojima talk about the game, you still have no fucking idea what the hell anything's going on in the game. So maybe once you finally play it, we'll understand it. I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. Okay? Fair enough? Alright. So what's funny about this is we got a guy who's been in the stream chat for a couple of days and has done everything possible to basically, like, sneak diss me and say, like, underhanded, sarcastic things negative against me. But technically never really violating the rules. So I never did anything against him, and now all of a sudden he says disgusting stuff about my wife and now gets permanently banned. I mean, what a complete douchebag. So, suck it. I hope you can lick my anus and get some dingleberries in your mouth. How about that? Alright. Alright. That's it, guys. Unless there's anything else you guys want to talk about or another contribution comes in, that's the pre-stream. Alright? So, thank you very much. And I think what I'm going to do, we're going to take a very short break for me to go quickly use the restroom before we start. And then we're going to begin with Luigi's Mansion 3. I had so much fun with this game on Halloween that I'm actually super excited to play it right now. So I hope you guys are ready for more Luigi's Mansion. You guys ready? I know I'm ready. Alright. Alright, guys. Let's take a very quick break, and I'll be back with Luigi's Mansion. Alright? Here we go.